Hey everybody, welcome back to Guys Night Lab. I'm Jesus, and welcome to another edition of Halloween Nights. With one night left until Halloween, I figured I would review one of my favorite movies, and I've said that all month long, but this is actually by far one of my favorite horror movies and movies in general. We have talked about it on Guys Night Lab on other Halloween nights in the past years of our favorite movies and stuff like that, but I am now doing an individual movie review for this, and that movie is John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing. The Thing is from 1982. It's technically a remake from a movie in the 50s, but this one by far surpasses that one in almost every level. It is by John Carpenter, and it is I've said it before, and I know like I mentioned this a few years ago. It is the perfect movie, like the perfect scary movie, almost perfect movie in general. The atmosphere setting in Antarctica, having to do with aliens, the characters, the isolation factor, the practical effects are, I mean, it's just they're bar none. They are almost to perfection. There's not much in this movie that can really, not to say go wrong. The tempo, the timing, the suspense, the thriller, the horror, it's just it has it all. Everything you'd want from a scary movie, this is the movie. It's a movie that you should most definitely check out for Halloween nights, and even if it's past Halloween and you have the time to check it out in general after Halloween. It's a great scary movie, great horror movie, great Halloween movie. It stars a lot of people. It's this all-star cast: Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, Keith David, Charles Hallan. It's got Donald Moffat. Who else? Richard Dreyfuss and T.K. Carter. And they all have their time in the movie. They all have like it's like if they were the stars, it would definitely be like you got the tier A, the tier B, the tier C, but they all share the limelight. If you don't know anything about the Thing, I'm not gonna spoil it for you because it's an amazing movie, and there's not really much spoilers, but the bottom line of the movie is that an alien gets thought out by another Antarctica scientist group at a different like kind of station, and that alien has infected a dog. In the beginning of the movie, the dog goes to this new science station where the research team with Kurt Russell's research team is, and then the dog infects one of the humans, which then not shapeshifts, but kind of like, yes, I guess not shapeshifts, but kind of just bonds with that character and that human and that species, and then assumes his identity and kind of not shapeshifts, but kind of like that. And so you don't know who's human, who's not, and then you don't know how many people are still human or alien, and it's a cat and mouse game in a sense, or like, not to say it's more than just a cat and mouse or who's done it. It's just who can you trust? That's literally what the movie is. It's not like Scream or like who's the killer, who's the serial killer, because in this type of movie, the serial killer keeps changing. Even though it's not a serial killer, it's the alien. But you can't trust anyone. That's what this movie is you can't trust anyone. You're isolated in a cold, frozen Antarctic research science station. Everyone so it's like if one person wasn't the alien and they've proven that they weren't the alien before, that can change. They could be the alien later on, and you just never know. And with the isolation and people and bodies dropping left and right, you don't know who's who and who's still human. And I think that's what makes this movie great. But that's pretty much the basics, the bare bones of what the Thing is. An alien, shape-shifting. You don't know who the killer is or who the alien's infected and kind of shapeshift into. And it's just a whole having to do with trust and who can you trust. You group that with the special effects by Stan Winston, and I mean, it's just the chef's kiss. Like I said earlier, just the timing, the acting by every actor, every character, the set pieces, the scenery, just the story in itself. It's so good. Some people there's a few people that might think it's a little too slow, but it's not. It's the perfect pace. It's a longer movie, not like by any means in the sense of like, but for like a scary movie, horror movie, it's almost 2 hours. It's an hour and 49 minutes, but it's a great movie. I can't say enough great things about it. Like I said, you guys have probably already heard me in past videos say how awesome this movie is, and it is. It's we just watched it recently tonight, and the practical effects are so good. The story is so good, and I just can't say anything more. Don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it for you. If you have not seen it, if you have seen it, then you know how amazing this movie is. It's by John Carpenter. He does the music, he directs it. Written by Bill Lancaster and John W. Campbell Jr. And like I said, Keith David, Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley are the main stars, and there's others as well. But enough of that. Honestly, just go check it out for Halloween. And yeah, I'm Jesus with Guys Not Lab, and I'll catch you on the next Halloween nights. Bye.
You gotta be kidding.